Okay, I go to Tema. Let me type.
Hello.
So which group is this one, Mr. Gabriel?
Tema group.
Oh, okay, Tema group. Oh, so which is good. So if the teachers are there and listening, we are since this year we will do a virtual for the summertime. When I say summer, around June and July, for what we normally do when we come to Ghana. This year we're going to do it virtual. So we are using this time to test all the equipment that will be needed. When I say all the equipment that will be needed, the video and the audio must be good. So we'll be using this time to be testing everything from Idra to Tema and to Frontier people and all those, so that everything will be clear. So Idra people left. Mr. Technoman. So let's wait for Idra, and when Idra comes, then we'll start. I don't want to be keeping you guys for a long time. So by in the next at least 40 minutes, we should be finished. We should be done. So for the past 2 weeks, we've been talking about what? If Tema, you can tell me what have we been talking about?
Hello.
No, oh, okay, Tema, go ahead. When it keep here, Tema. I didn't hear you. There was echo. Okay. You said about the motherboard, right? Okay. Okay. So that is we're talking about the motherboard. We've been talking about, and what else? The motherboard and what else? The system unit. Okay. So Idra has gone back down. So, and I hope that you guys are doing all the homeworks that we, okay. So Idra, what have we been talking about? Okay, go ahead.
We learned about the system unit.
Okay, the system unit. Okay. So, and what else?
And we learned about the motherboard.
Okay. So what did we say the system unit is? Idra, what did we say the system unit is?
System unit is a case that covers all the components in the computer.
Okay. What is a motherboard? Tema.
Board is the backbone of the computer, which all the components are kept in it, are connected to it.
And what does it do?
It holds the other components in position.
Okay. Is Tema gone? So Tema, what did we say? What is the motherboard? Tema. Okay, Tema, go ahead. What is the motherboard? What is the function of the motherboard?
It's connect.
Go ahead. We didn't hear you. What is the function of the motherboard?
Itself, other device to connect.
There was echo. I didn't hear you. There's a lot of echo. I didn't hear you. What does it do? Tema, I'm still waiting. Okay, Idra, what is the motherboard? Because what is the motherboard? What is the function of the motherboard? Because last week we said it so many times.
It holds the other components in position.
It does what?
It holds the other components in position.
It holds the other component in position.
Yes,
That's
sir.
what you said.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what does it do? What does it do? Like when it holds the other component in position, what does it do? There was something that I said that it holds all the other components in position. What does it do? After that, what does it do? Tema.
It holds the other components in position.
Tema, you can talk.
All the other components are linked to it one way or the other.
So when they connect to it, there's a key thing that I repeated myself all the time. When they are connected to it, what does it do? What does it do? Anyone can help.
The main function of the motherboard is to let the components in the system unit to communicate to each other.
Thank you. Did you hear what he said?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it connects everything. It connects every component in the computer together. When they connect everything together, what did they do? So that the things that are connected together, they can communicate each other, right? So that it allows all the components to operate, right? So if the motherboard connected to if there is the battery backup connected to the motherboard, all the devices that are connected to the motherboard, it is the centralized place that all the devices are connected to, so that they can all communicate with each other, right? So that all the devices connected can communicate to each other. Do you understand? So it is not just only connecting to it, but we want to make sure that when it is connected that all the devices that are connected are able to communicate, are able to talk to each other. So the keyboard is able to talk to the system unit. The CD-ROM is able to talk to this, so that they can all talk to each other to bring forth whatever that you desire, whatever that you are looking for. Do you understand? So it is not only that it is connected. Okay, so when it is connected, what else does it do? Do you understand? So for the past like 2 weeks, we've only talked about two things. And before, the reason why I'm taking my time is that I want you guys to understand before we keep on moving. We are not rushing this, but we want you guys to understand. I'm not in a hurry to finish this. If you guys understand, our life become very, 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 very easy. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So in your own words, I will go round. In your own words, just tell me what a motherboard does in your own words. So starting from Tema.
The motherboard manages all the standard peripheral devices.
Use your own words, your own, like you look at it, and you look inside the computer. What do you see? So from what you see, describe what you see and from what we've learned for last week, and tell me what a motherboard is. In your own words, in your own observation, in your own words. So I'm waiting on you, Tema. Anyone can start. Anyone can start. Anyone can say, yeah, go ahead, Idra.
It is a largest component that is inside the computer that the other components are kept in it.
That all the components, all other components are kept in it. When you say are kept in it, what does it mean?
Are fixed in it.
Are inside in it.
Or interface.
Are on.
Okay, Idra, write it again. Idra, write it again. Tema.
Motherboard.
Idra, write it again. Right now, I'm going to Tema. I'll come back to Idra. So Tema, what is you with your own words? Explain what a motherboard is.
Motherboard is a board in the system unit that other parts of the computer are linked to each other on the board.
No, say it again. Say it again.
It is a board in the system unit that other parts of the computer are fixed on it and helps them to communicate to each other.
Okay. So so other part of the computer are connected to the motherboard so that they can communicate with it, right? So okay, who else?
Idra.
Okay, Idra.
Motherboard is the backbone of the computer that holds all the other components to communicate to each other.
Okay. When you say backbone, what is backbone?
Backbone, like it holds the component together.
Okay. Yes, go ahead.
Backbone is something that supports.
That support. Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Motherboard is a green board inside the system unit that helps the computer to function well.
Okay. Mr. Green Idra.
It is the largest component that is inside the system unit that the other components are kept on it.
Okay, and when they are kept on it, which in other words they are connected to it, what does it do? Blue.
So that they can communicate with each other.
Green Idra answered. Yeah, Green Idra is there. What's your name? Yusuf. Okay, Yusuf, answer the question. You wrote it. You wrote everything that is there. So finish. Okay, go ahead.
Function well.
No, read the whole sentence again.
It is the largest component that is inside the system unit that the other components are kept on it.
Okay, so when they are kept on it, why are they kept on it?
So that they can communicate to each other.
Okay, good. Another person from I see Tema. Another person from Tema, apart from, is it Etel or something? Yeah. So what is, she's smiling. Okay. So what is the motherboard? You know, we are a team, right? So we can all work together. We are a team. So if one person don't know, we all work together.
Sir, please continue.
So what is the motherboard?
A motherboard is a board with the CPU, the RAM, power supplies, the hard drive are connected together, which helps in the function of the computer.
Which helps in the function of the computer, right? So
Yes, please.
when you say the function, what are you saying?
I mean, without the motherboard, service is the rule.
No, say that again. No, say that
Service
we
is
are
the
all, no, the motherboard. We are. So you said something about the motherboard, and based on what you said, I asked a question. So when you say function, what? So based on it, I asked a question. So
is that
just
the main?
tell me what a motherboard is. Then you use it to answer the question that I asked. So what is a motherboard?
A motherboard is a board which the CPU, the RAM, the hard drive, power supplies are connected together, which helps in the function of the computer.
Okay. So I believe that when you say the function, you are saying that they communicate together.
Yes.
Okay. Good. Okay. So we've learned two things so far. So it is okay. So who else? Who else in the team? You volunteer somebody. Volunteer somebody to answer that question. Or who is your best friend there? Let your best friend answer that question too. A motherboard. Okay, bestie, please answer the question. What is a motherboard? Remember that I take note of people answering questions, right? Then at the end of the time, so okay, but is your best friend not answering the question? Best friend, we are ready, best friend.
Sir,
Are you going to read for the best friend? No, no. I don't think that you eat for the best friend, right? That she give you her food so that you can eat for her. Best friend, let's go. Whatever that you wrote, you can read it. Unless you tell me that whenever you get food, you give it to her to eat it for you.
the mother is backbone.
We can't hear you. We can only see you smiling. We can't hear you.
The motherboard is the backbone.
Okay. when you say backbone.
That ties
Mhm.
the computer. The computer component.
Sir, please, can I read it?
Did she write it?
Yes, please.
Okay. So she was very serious when she was writing it. So she can be very serious to read it. Right? So let her read it.
Okay, read it, sir.
Okay, let's clap for her. Let's clap for her while she read it. Everybody clap for her. Even people from Idra are clapping for you. People from they are clapping for you. So please read it. Don't worry. After you finish reading, you also pick somebody to tell us what motherboard is. Okay, so we are waiting, best friend.
The motherboard is the component. The motherboard is the backbone. That component.
Okay, so I'll come back to you, best friend. I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you. So can anyone also tell me what the motherboard is? Best friend, I'll come to you. So think about it. Airtel's best friend, I'll come back to you. So you keep thinking about it. I'll come back to you. So who else? What is the motherboard? You can also type it. You can type it. You can raise your hand. Let us see what is a motherboard. No, but best friend will have to say it though. Best friend will have to read it. Best friend, don't type it. Don't type it. Don't type it. So it's a draw ready. Okay. So go ahead and tell me what is it for?
Turner mode. AUX mode.
Okay, Idra. Idra.
Yes, sir.
Somebody else should tell me what the motherboard is.
Motherboard is the backbone of the computer that helps the components of the system unit to communicate well.
Is that Frederick?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Okay. Did you all hear what Frederick said? Frederick, I don't think that Tema, I have a best friend in Tema right now. She didn't hear you. Can you say it again so that my best friend in Tema can hear you?
Yes, sir. I said motherboard is the component, is the backbone of the computer that helps the components of the system unit to communicate and interact well.
Okay. Who else in Nigeria?
Sir, motherboard is the backbone of the computer that holds all other components to communicate and function well.
Okay. So there, when somebody from Tema did explain to us that when we say the backbone, it means that it supports, right? That is what somebody is saying. So, and look at, we have all come to the agreement that it is the backbone, and it helps that all the component of the computer is connected to, so that the component can be able to communicate with each other. Okay. Okay. So who else in Nigeria can also tell me with their own, not the backbone, but use your own words. Just sit down, look. Yeah. Look at
motherboard is a board on which all components in the system unit interface, and it helps the components to communicate and interact to each other.
Who is that?
Finneas.
Let me see the person's face. Let me see your face. Oh, okay. Okay. Say that again. Say that again.
Motherboard is a board on which all components in the system unit interface, and it helps the components to communicate and interact with each other.
Okay. Yeah, okay, good. Right now, this guy from Tema, I didn't get your name. What's your name?
Finneas.
Huh? David.
Gabriel.
Oh, okay, yeah, the Gabriel man. Okay. So I have, right now, I have Frederick. I have Gabriel. I have the other guy. I didn't get the name. What's his name? Okay. And right now, I'm going back to Tema to go ask my best friend over there. So we have two. We have Frederick said something. Idra said a whole lot of things. So right now, based on what they've said, can my best friend come out and say what is the meaning, what is a motherboard and what it does? Okay, she's ready. It's all yours. So best friend, Flo. She's smiling again. Okay, it looks like our best friend, if she is shy, let us all clap for our best friend while she get herself ready. Let's clap for her while she gets herself ready. So, you know, we have clapped for you 2 times, so please don't let us down. We have clapped for you 2 times. If you don't get it right, you clap for us 2 times. Okay, I'm ready.
The motherboard is the backbone that ties the computer components together at one spot and allows them to interact with each other.
Hey, my best. Hey, good. So right now, I believe you know that you all know what a motherboard is. And you can, when you see a motherboard, you can actually identify what a motherboard is, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So So who can tell me what it look like? Well, how does a motherboard look like?
The motherboard.
How does it look like? How does it look like? How does a motherboard look like?
Please, it is green in color.
Huh?
The motherboard is a square like. The motherboard is a square like object and it is green in color.
Mm-hmm. It is green in color.
Yes.
Then, okay, so it is green in color. Okay, so look at it. Somebody else to look at it and tell me. Just describe it. Somebody said it is green in color. Just look at it and just tell me what you see. How does it look like?
The motherboard is green in color and it contains many components and it comes up in different sizes.
Okay. I believe this is Frederick. That is Frederick.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So Frederick has said it has said that it is that Frederick has said his side, what he sees. Somebody else should also tell me what they see. Okay, somebody else should tell me. Is my best friend still there?
Yes.
Okay. Can my best friend also tell me what she sees? What do you see? Okay. She's still looking. It is what?
It is square.
It is square.
Yes.
She
It
said
is square in shape.
Okay. So she said it is square.
In shape.
Okay. Do we all agree that it is square in shape?
Yes, shape. In shape.
Okay. Idra, what were you going to say?
We were going to say that it is square in shape.
Okay.
Say no.
Sir. And the person where they made it from.
Where they made it from?
That's it.
Okay. Then what else?
Sir. Sir, the country who made it.
Huh? The country. So it has the country there, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we all know what the motherboard is. So today we are going to talk about something that is called the CPU. The CPU, right? So without not, what is a CPU? Has anyone seen a CPU? Or when I say CPU, what do you think I'm talking about? What is the meaning of CPU?
Sir.
Go ahead.
The brain of the computer.
What is the meaning? CPU.
Central processing unit.
You said it is what?
Central processing unit.
The central processing unit.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
It is called the central processing unit, the CPU, right? So since we've already, so since you know that it is called the central processing unit, what does it do, Idra?
It processes data into information.
It processes data to information. Who else?
It is an integrated electronic circuit that performs calculations that runs the computer.
This is big English. Oh, this is big English. Say that again.
It is an integrated electronic circuit that performs calculation that runs in the computer.
Oh, okay, another one. Okay, go ahead.
It is the part of the computer that performs operation and execute software commands.
Okay. Okay. Who else?
Sir, it processes data into useful information.
It process,
The central processing
it
The
process,
central processing unit is a small chip located inside the computer.
did we hear her?
Yes, sir.
Please say it again and mention your name so that we can also call you a best friend.
I am Kezia
Asia. Okay.
from Tema.
Kezia.
The central processing unit is a small chip located inside the computer.
Located inside the computer, right? It's a small chip located inside the computer. And somebody from Idra said something that it processes data. Who said that?
Courage.
Okay, say that again. So,
I said
so
it processes. It
so right,
processes.
what we are going to do, right? We are going to write what Kezia said. So Kezia, you said that it is a small what?
A small chip located inside the computer.
A small chip located inside the computer, right?
Yes.
And Idra, who said that it processed what?
Courage.
Yeah, it processed what?
Data into useful information.
It processed data into
Useful information.
right?
It is a circuit accept coded instruction.
It is what?
It is a circuit accepting coded instruction.
The circuit accepting coded
instruction.
Coded instructions. Okay.
The CPU is known as the brain of the computer.
Okay, brain of the computer. Okay. So right now, right? Whatever that you guys said, did we all write it down?
Yes, sir.
So you wrote what Miss Kezia said, right?
Yes, sir.
What did Miss Kezia say?
It is a small chip located inside the computer.
Then what did Idragman say?
It processes data into useful information.
And also somebody said that it is a circuit accepting what? Coded what? Somebody
It
said that.
performs operation and execute software commands.
Yeah, and somebody also said that it is circuit, it accepts coded instructions. Then somebody came back to say that it is the brain of the computer, right?
Yes, sir.
So which means that when we put everything that you guys said together, I hope that you were writing it down. So I want somebody to tell me what Miss Kezia said. What is it, Courage?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what he said, what Mr. Gabriel said, and what somebody said about the brain of the computer. Let's write it down. Frederick, yeah, Frederick. Let's put everything together. Let's write it down though. Let's take our time and write it down. Then somebody will read it to me. Let's all write it down. So, yeah. So you are going to write what Miss Kezia said. You write what Frederick said. You write what Mr. Courage said. You write what Mr. Gabriel said. So if you've forgotten, just ask them. Mr. Gabriel, what did you say, so that they can write it down? But I want us to put everything that was said. Let us write it together. Let us write everything together and then we'll read it. When you are ready, you can start reading.
The CPU is a circuit accepting coded instruction.
Okay, that is what you said. So I want us to add what Kezia said, what Courage said, what you said, and what Frederick said. Write everything. I said, write everything together. Okay. So
it is the smallest chip located inside the computer, which processes data into useful information, and it is also called the brain of the computer.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Miss Kezia, are you ready? Is Kezia ready?
Yes.
Okay, Kezia, read yours.
It is a small chip located inside a computer, and it also processes data.
Okay, it also processes
Useful
data.
information.
Then what else? Then what did Gabriel say? What did Gabriel say? So you can write what Gabriel said to it.
Please let Gabriel repeat his sentence.
Gabriel, they said you have to repeat your sentence. Okay, Gabriel, repeat your sentence.
It is a circuit accepting coded instructions.
Can you repeat again?
It is a circuit accepting coded instructions. Accepting coded instructions.
Okay. So somebody from me. Okay. So somebody from Idra, when you put everything together, just say it.
Yes, sir.
You mention your name and say it. Mention your
My name is Frederick.
Hey, Frederick again. Okay.
It is the brain of the computer that processes data into useful information, and it is a small chip inside the computer, and it is also a circuit accepting coded instructions.
Okay. Okay. So what Frederick said, can somebody also say, can somebody also read whatever that they wrote? Somebody else. Somebody else from Idra. Tema, I'm coming back. Tema, I'm coming back. I'm coming back to Tema. Okay, go ahead, Idra.
CPU. It consists of several linked microprocessor, and it processes data into useful information. And it is the brain of the computer, and it is a small chip located inside the computer, and it is the circuit accepting coded instruction, and it performs operation and executive software commands.
Okay. Okay. Right now I'm coming to Tema. Tema, let's go.
The CPU is a small chip located inside the computer. It is also called
Okay, I'm ready, Tema. Okay, so Miss Kezia, where is Miss Kezia and where is my Miss Kezia? I'm ready.
It is a small chip located inside a computer and it also processes data into a useful and some code information. It is a circuit accepting coded instructions.
Okay. Where is Kezia? So I want everyone to write it down in their notebook. Just go ahead and write it down, whatever that they say. So Miss Kezia is on you right now. So let's flow, Miss Kezia. Miss Kezia, we are looking at you. Kezia, where are you? Kezia, where are you? So if Miss Kezia is not ready, what about my best friend? Okay, my bestie, let's go. Best friend, I thought you wrote something down. So whatever is on paper, just read it for us. Is that her book? That is not her book. That is not her book. Okay. So this is what I want you guys to do, right? I want you guys to do this. I believe that everyone has a book, correct? Everyone has a book. Everyone has a book. So as I said today we're going to talk about what? CPU. And each one of you said something that is important. And whatever that you guys said, what I want is that write whatever that you said, whatever Kezia said, whatever Courage said, whatever Mr. Gabriel said, whatever what Frederick said, write everything down so that we will all understand what a CPU is. So it is almost what time? 5 o'clock now, right? So what we are going to do is that we're going to break for now. And I want you guys to write it down. I'm waiting for the Tema group to come back. I want you guys to write it down. Write down what the CPU is. Write down what you guys said, what Kezia said, what Gabriel said, what Frederick said. Write it down in your own words. I know that my best friend will be here next week. So she will be the one to start the class for us. So she will be the one to start the class. So she has to go home and write it well and come and start the class for us that, okay, this is CPU, this is what it does based on what was said. Right, best friend? So she has agreed to do that. So what I want is, if the Frontier people are hearing me, whatever that we said, let's write it down. When we write it down, you can able to read it, go over it again and again, so that when we come to class next Saturday, we will start with that, and I'm going to show you how it look like, how a CPU look like, and also where that CPU is. If we say it is the brainer, it is the brain of the computer. The brain has to always, we can't have a dead brain, right? So we will go through and tell, okay, this is what it does. And I believe that you guys already know what it does. So I'm waiting for, let me see if a drug group, they are back. Idra is not back yet. So that is my homework for you guys. And when you are done, when you write it and you get done, you can post it on the platform, on the classroom platform. I believe everyone has an account there or username. You can post it there. And also when you come to class, we are going to read it. And I will write it down that I'm going to start from my best friend. So best friend, make sure that you come to class. Don't run away. When you run away, we will come look for you. I will send Gabriel and Ethel and all the teachers to come and look for you. So I believe that the Frontier people, you heard what I said, right? You guys heard what I said.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that is that Frederick? Okay. Oh no, Idra is Idra. Oh, so Clifford, this, yeah. So you heard that, you heard what everybody said. I want you guys to go write what the CPU, based on what you guys said, what the meaning of the CPU, what it does, what the CPU does. Then next week it will come and read over it. And as I promised you that my best friend will start the class for us. Okay, then we'll go around the tema, the Frontier people, the Dra people, for everybody to participate in it. Okay. Okay. Oh, I forgot. And Airtel too will also participate. She's hiding. So from next week going, whenever that you want to answer a question, you just come up with your name, so that when you say your name, then you just answer the question. Kezia, do you have any question? Okay, you can come off mute and just.
When you go do research.
So what is your question? Oh, even the teachers are there, they can help you out. So what is the question?
I don't have a question.
Okay. So Miss Kezia don't have a question.
Yeah. Who is having a question?
So if no other question, I want to leave you guys so that you can concentrate on the homework, and let's write something. When I come in next week, we expect that everybody will say something.
So I have a question.
Okay, what is your question?
How long does it take a CPU How long does it take a CPU to take before it expires?
No. Okay, so based on your question, how long does it take a CPU before it expires, right? So based on your question, you have to find the meaning. And we said that the CPU is the what? The brain of the computer. And I don't think that our brain expires, right?
Okay.
Right. So the brain, it doesn't expire, but there can be something wrong with it. Right? It won't expire, but there can be something wrong with the brain, with the CPU. So the brain doesn't expire. It doesn't, there's no dead time, but the brain can go dead. The brain can also mess up, right? Sometimes the brain, when you are thinking, it might take a long time to get an answer, right? So sometimes, so it doesn't expire. The brain doesn't expire, but there can be faulty in it. It can have a fault.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? Okay. Go ahead.
How does the central processing unit work?
That is your homework. That is your homework. How does it work is part of your homework.
The service I wanted to ask, are you finding only the meaning of the CPU? Only the meaning, or you are supposed to research about?
So when you find,
important.
yeah, when you find the meaning of it, out of the meaning, you also find out how it works. So somebody said it is the brain of the computer, right? So somebody said it is the brain of the computer. Other people said that it accepts code instruction. Other people say that it processes data, right, into useful information. So all these things are what? Are functions of it. So you can go and add more to it. Okay. So when you find the answer, we'll come here and discuss it.
Answered our third question.
Okay, so let's do everything. Then next Saturday, when we come in, we come and just finish the CPU thing. Any questions?
So we have questions in the message box.
Okay, can the CPU be changed? Yes, it can be changed, but the only time that you come to the CPU, you come to the processing unit, that is the brain, is most of the time when you are building a computer, because when you buy the new computer, it already come with it. So, and the CPU is, you can actually go and buy the CPU, go and buy the brain, right? And take the old one out and put the new one in there. So next Saturday, I will show you where it is on the computer. The tower that you have, I will show you where it is. Then we will go over it based on what you have studied. So go and do your research about the CPU, there, then we'll talk more about it. Okay. Any other question? I hope that answers your question, Mr. Gabriel.
Yes.
Any other question? Okay. So, hey, Miss Airtel has a question. Okay. So if there's no other questions, let's hang up for today and we shall continue next week. Okay. So the time that you have, take your time and do your homework and write. You can write all the questions while you are doing your homework. You can write your questions down. So when we come next week, we'll continue. Okay. So I don't know, what time is it in Ghana? Okay. So I believe that it's like 5:13, right? So good, is it good afternoon or yeah, good afternoon you all, and we shall continue next week. Okay. So bye for now.